Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Please Do Tell podcast. I am your homegirl, Ronika, and I am joined with my co host.
I am Jeffrey, and I'm glad to be here.
Woo, woo, woo. You all, we are recording after midnight, so it's going to get wild.
It's all right. It's all right. You know, we had to make it to the finish line. Because our people wanted to hear, so we just had to make sure. And we had to hunker down and get this one. We had to get it in. It's a lot going on. We have to share. Come on now, we storytellers, and telling our story is important. So.
Amen. I know Jeffrey's going to kick us off with this episode because we are now in the month of, as Alicia loves to say, October.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not like you heard a sound.
Yeah.
That's after 12. You already know. You hear sounds like that?
Cooper would.
Oh boy. That's what
Well,
we call October. It's the scary, spooky season. Come on now, look, and now we got shadows and things.
yeah. Yeah.
But we talk about it's October, it's October, but it's the fall classic. It's the fall classic. It's shout out to the Cubs. Shout out to my Cubs. I had to throw in my Cubs here. Shout out to the Cubs that made the playoffs. They won. That's why we were. So yeah, come on now. Shout out to the Cubs. It is October, and it is the final quarter.
Well,
It's the final
for,
quarter of the year.
for me, I say that I start the fourth quarter with celebrating my mom's birthday. Her birthday is October 1st, and she is
Happy
75.
birthday, moms.
She's 75 years
What
young.
is you doing? Just out here, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Look, I was raised with a lot of women around, and they didn't just throw out their age the way that you just threw your mama age out there like that. Come on now, flag on the play.
She said she is very blessed to say that she is 75.
That is absolutely a truth. That's a truth. It just typically even now you see people as younger and younger. They don't want to tell their age. Do
Mm-hmm.
you tell your age?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You said that. Yeah, I mean, they had a. Yeah,
Like, you want me to tell it now?
I didn't say that. I mean, what we gonna give our listeners something to look up?
I know. I was like,
But
just
no,
slide it in and
look,
ask. I mean,
look. Happy 75th birthday to moms.
happy
Happy 75th
birthday,
birthday.
mommy.
Yep, yep.
Okay. But it also is a heartbeat's birthday, Alicia. And yeah, it's just a great month.
When is her birthday?
You'll have to follow me on social media to figure that out.
We got dots. That's what we shout out to Alicia. Alicia is the second person in my world to ever ask me to be a godfather. So
Mm,
yeah, she was the second person ever asked me to be godfather of her daughter, which her daughter is grown up, over 21 years old now. So yeah, I have as we talking about ages, I have a
yeah.
21-year-old goddaughter. Attends Jackson State University, graduate. Yeah, just amazing, crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
First
So
baby.
yeah, yeah. That was cool. That was cool. I remember like hanging out before I would do like pre-partying. before you go. You know the party before you go to the party. All right, so I
We
would
go
go.
pregame.
Come on now. So I would go hang out at Alicia's house, and that was crazy because we went to Western together, and so yeah, good times, good times, good times.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the whole story time episode by itself.
Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Because your
I
birthday's not in October. October's the greatest month. Like, we trying to stunt for October, but just to throw it out there.
Excellent.
January.
So, how are we stepping into this last stretch of 2025?
What you mean?
So we have to do a little check-in. Like, what have we learned about ourselves thus far this year? What the heck, Cooper? I'm sorry.
Oh, your dog is that's what you learn. You're not in control. You think you've been in control, huh?
Ooh-wee.
No, no. Put it to the side. Cooper's
And
running that place.
I'm back. I'm back.
But no, one thing that I would say that I've learned this year, um, you don't control it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that came, and I wanted to make sure that if you go back frame by frame, you could see me like it hit me, but you don't control it. You can think, even if you have a position, whether it's with your friends, whether it's with work, whether it's with church, you will think that you have a strategy, and it may be right, it may be wrong. More than likely, it's wrong because if others have decided that they don't want to use that strategy, then they want to do something else, and you have to try something else. And so it's pushed me to try other things that I wouldn't normally, but let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Um, Speaking up for myself more and actually putting dates to what I want to get done. And not just for myself, but for those that are also holding me accountable. Um, yeah, I know that in the past a lot I would speak up for others, but wouldn't really advocate for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Myself doing that more or learning more or not doing it in a I would say more of a combative way. I feel like if I did in the past. Um
What you
just
mean?
like I mean, once I'm because I didn't speak up in the very beginning, I allowed certain behavior to continue and then once I got to my boiling point, I exploded. And then I wanted to speak up for myself when I could have just at the very beginning like, yeah, I don't like that. So, yeah, finding different ways to communicate.
All right. Well, look, that look like we didn't learn too much this quarter. No, but the goal is always to learn. That's a good reflective point as we
Yeah.
go into the next. Like, what did we learn? Because throughout you, it's so much that goes on throughout the year. You know, and we just like thank God, it's fall and we haven't seen snow yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So, but no, it's good to look back and reflect for yourself and then see the growth. Because you got to
Mhm.
remember, if you don't promote you, who will?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right. We're going to groove on to, let's see, how fall usually feels like a reset.
I don't think fall feels like a reset for me. I,
Mm.
I've always thought of fall. I've always thought of fall as if school starting. You know,
Hmm.
I grew up in an era, or at least a place geographically, where we started school before Labor Day. So summer always ended before summer ended. You know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
so from that standpoint, you had to get yourself together. I always, as a male, always felt like the body changed. You understand? Like, especially like in adolescence time, I felt like my body shifted like during that summer going into, because you just, it's a, to me, it was almost, as a kid, it's more important than New Year's. Because New Year's is New Year's. You like, it ain't like you get an inch taller. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and when you're a kid, you at least go up another grade. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. So I never look at it as a reset. A reset, you know. Mm. But I'm not a big reset guy. You know what I'm saying? A reset is, ooh, I burned my hand on the stove. Ooh, I need to reset. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take a whole season or two to have to reset. I would hope that, you know, ancestors, my people, my homeboy, or at least the person that see me on the street be like, you moving differently. You know, to say before the whole season change. You know, because a season is a long time. You know what I mean? But, all right.
Well, for me, I think about the trees.
I mean, but the trees is, I okay. All right, we're not thinking reset. Maybe I went negative.
I know. Like, come on.
I mean, the trees, yeah, but I don't think, first thing that comes to mind when the new buds on the trees, I don't think of them as recess. I think of them as hatching. You know what I'm saying? Like they're new, so you don't think of them as a reset, but they are. So you're right. See, everybody, sometimes you can just be narrow and that's what I love me from you. You are good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You was like think beyond. All right.
Well, when we were doing, we do, you if you know, you know, over there on Facebook. So if you're not following Jeffrey on Facebook, please do so because we do tell over there as well. Late night. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So be sure to check us out over there. But I'm going to drive us right into the awarenesses. We just said that we're in the month of October. We're celebrating birthdays, but we want to highlight some awareness that's going on this month. So, or some causes that are going on this month. We have breast cancer, domestic violence, and National Archives Month, all in October. So,
Um, I did want to give a shout out to you. You posted on your Instagram
mm,
about National Archives month, right? I want to make
mm-hmm,
sure I get the right words. Yeah, you don't want to that National Archive little stuff. No, I know we want to make sure because they're trying to erase everything away. So, with National Archives Awareness Month, where it's not awareness, is it?
mm.
Okay, so what is
This National Archives Month.
okay? National Archives Month. I didn't even know, but realistically, as a kid, like going to the library, the archives is everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything. As in, we talk about them erasing our history. you had to just go to the archives and you can just find it right up in there. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you highlighting National Archives Month because I had no idea that it was in October. No
Mm.
idea. No, no. Yep.
I believe the statistics are not statistics, but or data. Less than 2% of archivists are black.
Oh wow, wow,
Mm-hmm.
wow. I didn't know that either.
Mm.
Is it? I think you know when it comes to people of color, just period, but specifically black children, because I work with, I think that the more that they're exposed to these jobs or these opportunities or labels, whatever you want to call them, because everybody got to make money in this democratic, capitalistic society. But once they know what an archivist is, they're like, oh, I do that anyway. Especially if your friend is looking for something and you can go on social media and find it like boom, boom, boom. You can cite that source. Come on now, you didn't archive it up right there. Like, come on now, like it's not. But a lot of times we didn't know. It reminds me like when we was kids. You were like, oh, what do you want to grow up to be? I don't know. And then people would a snicker. But now I can understand how somebody really like belly laugh because now you can use like Chat GPT and it'll tell you step by step how to get that goal. So if you're not using that, and they're gonna put that on you, people. you know. So I had to cool myself down.
Yeah, I know. So we want to
Not
go
yeah, I
right.
know.
What? What?
I couldn't let that one slide.
I'm gonna go back and listen to the recording. Like, what happened? We give her recording this late. Tired, tired, tired. So you all, if you are a day one, you probably remember this segment just kind of be dropping here and there, but we are bringing it back, and it's at the playground. I wish I
you
could have.
know, playground. That's ABC, another bad creation.
Yes, it
Come on
is.
now. Yeah,
So
yeah.
Jeffrey and I grew up going to the same elementary school. Well, if you, I mean, all schools, but I mean, I want to go
Preschool.
to,
Don't
okay,
stunt. Don't stunt. I know you a long, long, long time. Not just a long time. Or a long time, long time.
okay, yeah. And so we were in the same class. It was a Montessori and fourth through sixth grade.
Correct.
That whole fourth through sixth grade, we did not have recess. We did mental math. And what is the best thing to do during recess outside of play? Is tell stories. So we missed all this valuable time of storytelling. So now we're reliving it at the playground, you know? Play.
Playground.
Okay. All right. So both of us are going to share a story that shaped us in some way. Like it could be laughter, it could be vulgar, it could be whatever. So the first one is a funny school memory, neighborhood moment, or life lesson.
It's on me or you.
It's on you.
Damn. All right. Give me three options again.
It's a funny school memory, neighborhood moment, or life lesson.
All right, so I'm gonna give this actually funny school memory, and it's one of the few times that we actually did get recess. Shout out to Warren Meeks. Warren Meeks. Warren Meeks was he was the only kid that had the football, and if you know, you know. It's only that one kid that got the football. So if he has the football, then he can pick who want to be on his team, and and most of the time they kind of can play. Well, Warren, he could play. He was a big guy, and only kid, played sports. I had started playing baseball, but I was like, oh, fourth grade. Let me jump in. Let me see if I can. I remember when Warren Meeks, they was like, oh, he's so fast. I was like, well, I'm fast. I remember one time Warren Meeks came through there and he hit me. And Warren's always been kind of stocky.
Yeah.
He came through and hit me with a forearm, and I flew off of him like I don't even know. I just had never been hit like that before. He was in fifth grade, I was in fourth grade, and he dusted my ass off. So that was my playground story. Shout out to Warren Meeks, and I'm gonna have to tag him onto this, and hopefully he'll get a chance to listen to it. But yeah, that's a playground moment. That was one because I was at a new school. I didn't start off at Montessori. So
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden, I came second grade, but now you go up to that fourth, fifth, sixth, and I had that. We didn't have much recess, and we went outside, and he stiff armed me. He Heisman me. He did. He did. He did. He was good. He was good. Yeah.
You
At the
know,
playground, you
yeah.
know.
I wish I would have, if I would have thought about it, maybe we could do it for the next one. Is we ask each other to tell a story that is like, oh, I really want you to tell this story. And then we got to be like, yes, no, maybe, and then just tell it. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have thought about that sooner. Um, so I'm gonna do
But
uh
write that down.
the yes no maybe.
No,
Okay.
but you that thought, so we
What
don't
I
miss
just said?
it. Yeah. Well, you
I
don't
just
have to. Obviously. Damn it. Look.
okay.
Uh, the millennials spoke up, and the Gen Z was like, "Oh, shut up! Oh, shut up!"
Uh, I'm going to say the bus stop. So that's both, I think, neighborhood and school. I feel like I told this story before. I might have on this or a long time ago, but my bus stop was probably 5 houses down from the corner. Like I stayed like 2 houses from the corner. So maybe yeah, 5 houses down. So it's at the intersection of a main street in the neighborhood. So I'm standing at the bus stop and my bus, I know my bus number, everything. I'm standing there and I was like, it doesn't seem like he's slowing down. He goes, mind you, I'm like walking up and see him at the corner, at the other corner, because I know that that was a bus stop. That's where the Clarks and them caught the bus. So at that bus stop or at that intersection, he turns and he flies right by me, and I'm like what's happening? I'm right here. He didn't even try to stop. So then the next day, so my mom had to take me to school. So the next day, I'm out there again. Goes right by. What, this Groundhog Day? What is happening? What is going on? So the third day, my mom was like, if he doesn't come get you, if he doesn't, he doesn't
They
stop,
sent you out there 3 days in a row.
if he doesn't stop, I have to go to the school and say something. I have to call, yeah, I gotta call.
Got to call
I gotta figure
transportation.
this out. Yeah, I gotta figure this
You
out.
got to call transportation.
So third day flies right by me. I was like, what the? Because that's a long walk of shame back home. Like, it's like missing the bus. But I was
Nah,
right there.
nah.
How am I missing the bus?
You go in there. I didn't miss the bus.
I was down there early and he still went by me.
I
Huh.
did not miss the bus.
So the bus driver said, it was the dumbest. Just like, what? He said, if I can't see her from where that other corner is at before I turn the intersection, I don't even look down the street for her. I was like, I'm standing right there in the middle of the street.
He trying to save his job. He trying to save his job. Come on now.
What?
First of all, you a kid and she ain't standing in the middle of the street. These cars, look, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
And then what made it even worse, I go to church on Sunday, and this mug is playing the organ. Like, what?
Not he playing the organ and taking the children to school. Well, and he a liar. And he a liar. And he a liar. Because you was at that corner.
I'm like, you can't make this up.
Mm-mm. That's crazy.
I was like, is he new to town? Because not bus driver that's clearly not stopping at all stops. And you playing the organ at the church. So yeah, that was I think that was seventh grade year.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a lot.
he said if I ain't see you from the
The
corner.
corner. And if you know, you know. That's like a quarter mile. If he can't see you a quarter mile from the corner,
He don't
then
need to be driving no bus.
okay, so that street, how fast can you go down that street that you was picking up, that you was being picked up for the bus?
40.
So he wants you to be standing on the road 40 miles an hour. See, sometimes you gotta make it make sense, but that didn't make any sense. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. All right. I ain't gonna dive no more in that story. We can play with that one for a long time, okay? Yeah. Mm-mm.
Standing right there. I'm like, and I wonder if Tammy Ciccarello, we probably have to even tag Tammy Ciccarello. I remember one day she was pointing like she's right there. Like, I was like, do y'all see me standing at the bus stop? She was like, yeah.
Look. I remember one time the bus passed you, but the bus driver told me I passed your stop because I was running late. I couldn't stop. So sometimes I can understand that. That's why I asked you. I was like, was it multiple days? Because I didn't pass because the bus driver's late. But it wasn't like habitual. It wasn't like constant. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like she did it day after day after day. She was like, I'm sorry. Son, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop yesterday. I've had that happen before. They get us to be like, it's okay. What am I supposed to say? Dude, I'm looking for public transportation. But anyway, all right.
Please.
We had too much fun with this one. That was a good one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think we did
Oh,
have some hell of a stories.
huh?
We did have some hell of a stories. Jeez. Mm-mm.
Um, this next one. Do we want to do this next one? Because we gonna mess around and be on here for forever.
Now look, I'm following your lead. Come on now, I'm in.
Okay.
I mean, look, the Cubs won earlier. Shout out to my Cubs one more time. We won earlier. We going to the ALDS. I mean, excuse me, NLDS National League Division Series. We're going to go beat Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Them Brewers, they going down. All right, that's it. All right, never mind. All right, my bad. My bad. All right, I'm back. I lost it for like 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay. Tell a story about a any playground fights, games, or first.
Playground fights, games, or first. All right, so um, actually, I'm gonna cite him again. I'm gonna cite Warren Meeks again, but it wasn't my fight. I remember one time, and you know, if you know, you know. And I'm from, grew up in the community, Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. And just so happened because I went to a Montessori school, they wanted us to um, go out and the arts. And so we went to the Krazel Arts Center. So this is a shout out to the Krazel Arts Center. And just so happened, we're there, and it was not just our school group; it was like a couple school groups. But we all went to school together, but we was in different classrooms. And Warren Meeks, and um, um, Tony, and I'm just gonna say his name is Tony because I can't remember. Oh, Tony Marlowe, Tony Marlowe. And if you know, you know because Mr. Marlowe and them from Boynton Montessori, it was Tony, is his son, and all of a sudden we did an activity, and then all of a sudden they have you break. Oh, you go get some water, you go to the bathroom, you do lunch, that part. Well, right after lunch all of a sudden, it's all of the guys. We're in the bathroom. I'm in fourth grade. Warren fifth, Tony sixth. But it's like a few of us in the bathroom, and somehow they get into it. I'm the youngest one. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" Like they get into it, and they did some they didn't fight, but they did. Like they hit each other, but they was like, "We're gonna hit each other in each other's chests." Like they fifth, sixth graders, like because first of all, they wasn't gonna. You wasn't finna get in no real fight around these white folks like that. Like we already know, like that ain't. Like you raised better than that, so we gonna squabble this shit right here, right now. You learned that over time. As fourth grade, I was in the corner like. I don't know what's going on. I ain't got no siblings, so we didn't. I ain't seen no fights like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a fight. So all of a sudden, that mother hit him, doom in his chest. The other one, doom in his chest. I was like, check please. I exited the bathroom. I don't even know what happened after that. I was out. I don't know. I just knew I wasn't getting in trouble. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's a random fight. But yeah, I remember that one. Random. You got me digging in some extra memories right there. But you see the dynamics of that. How you can get caught up into something just because you're in a certain space.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought I was going to do first, but no. I'm going to go with playground fights as well. Um, it wasn't even, well, was it the playground? Okay, yes.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to say that.
Excuse me. Um, this is when I believe I learned a very valuable lesson in keeping my mouth shut, not repeating what I heard, gossiping basically. We were, I think we were on the bus, and I overheard some people talking about some of my family members. So I went back and told said family members what these people had said, and after school the next day, it was a full on brawl. So
You gotta tell them.
our teacher, Mrs. Gorman, got everyone together, and we all had to tell the story of what part we played in it. That pretty much told us what our punishment was going to be. And she said, "Well, Ronika, you will write before I speak. I will ask myself 3 questions: Is it
Is it
kind? Is it
is
not?
it
Is it
is
necessary? Is it true?
it true? Is
And
it
if
this?
it's not, I should probably keep it to myself." She told
Damn,
me,
I must have been in that class.
"Yeah, yes." And she told me I had to write. This is what she said to me. She said, "I need you to write 100 times. Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true? You got to write the saying 100 times." I'm like, "Okay." I only wrote, "Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true?" I didn't write the before I speak. I will ask
You was
myself
an
3 questions.
ass, and she
Huh?
called you out on it. You was an ass, and she called you out on it as you was trying to turn yourself in. I know this story randomly because I was writing words for some other stuff that I ain't got in trouble for. This is crazy. You took me right back to that moment. Okay, I don't want to take no more. All right, go, go.
No, I didn't know.
And you got away with it too.
I
You
did.
got away with it because I remember you went to lunch, and I said I had to finish mine. You
Yep.
know, but I thought that she had gave you like yours was like she gave you like too much.
Mm.
I felt
Mhm.
like she gave you too much. I was like, damn, she hard on her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over here with a short sentence doing 150. You know what I'm saying? That look, but I will tell you this: that writing sentence stuff. I don't know if it's right or wrong. People say, "Oh, it's bad," but I thought about it as a kid. Like you got me writing sentences. Like this mean like this is they gonna have me doing in prison. That was enough. I don't want to do nothing wrong. I don't want to write sentences. Oh my god! First, second, third, fourth grade, I was shook on them
Yeah.
sentences. Shook. I'm telling you, I don't give a damn if you know me. If you went to school with me, forget
Mm.
what he was saying. I was shook on them sentences. Okay.
Oh
I'm
my
trying
goodness. Oh man.
to.
Hel-
Anyway,
Okay. So we do want to invite you all to share your playground stories too. So then possibly we will just, feature them on a future episode. But you see how fun it is for us to just do this. The fact that you remember that, yes, I got away with it. Yes, I did.
Renee,
She
I
was
would
mad.
I would not lie to you because I was sitting over there doing like this, and I looked over there, and you was standing there like this. You know, because when you feel a certain type of way, your back gets stiff. I've known you for years. You know what I'm saying? So you standing there like this, and she was like, "Well, you didn't do this and this." Well, I should, and then I should call your father or something like that. And it was like a little snarl shit like that. And then she was like, "Go to lunch." And I was like, "She got away with that." That's what I was thinking to myself. She got away with that. And then she turned back, looked at me, and said, "Go." I was like, I was writing as fast as I could. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I tell you one thing now. I know how to type. Mavis Beacon, thank you. Man,
Oh,
man.
Oh goodness. We already 40 minutes in. Um,
Already?
yeah. So for our culture check, gonna quick touch on an awareness for the month. I know we had talked a little bit about earlier about National Archives Month. So that's the one I want to focus on, the role of memory and why our stories matter. As Jeffrey even mentioned earlier, that more and more each day is that our history is trying to be erased, so no one will be able to understand, recognize, and really understand our past, and or want to talk about it, want to research it, or anything. So we're seeing more and more that's happening, and so just to bring awareness to this month, and really thinking about your own personal archive. So if we can't manage what's going on in the museum, we can at least manage our how our story is being told within our own household, and that projects out. Um, and that's why another reason why we do Please Do Tell is documenting our stories, in laughter and telling truth all at the same time. So when this podcast started, that was the basis of just really getting back to stories that are about the culture. And I believe we're doing just that. So thank you for continuously supporting us. And yeah. So yeah, my October will always be very special for many ways. I mean, breast cancer awareness. I have so many people in my family, even in my circle, in my village, that it has impacted. And when we think about even domestic violence, I have friends that are survivors. And yeah, October just it's just a special month for a whole lot of reasons. But yeah, what about you, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Again, like you, I want to reiterate. Excuse me. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Um, that's something that's near and dear, specifically to Black women.
Mm,
Something that's very impactful. If you don't know someone, you know someone of someone that has had an episode of dealing with breast cancer in the Black community. And so, when it comes to Black women and men, um, we want to make sure that we checking ourselves, we going in. You feel anything, it's okay. And if you don't want to do it with yourself, give me a call. I'll walk with you. Like
mm,
for real, for real. Like let's just go through this whole process because if you don't feel good, nothing else matters. So don't forget that if you don't feel good, nothing else matters. So we want to be there to support you as we look now. We talk about you said the cultural check-in
mhm,
where they're shutting down hospitals and cutting health care and making sure your premiums are more than what you can afford. No, your health care is everything. If you don't feel good, nothing else matters. So
mhm.
that's my big push for the month of October. I I'll talk about domestic violence. Awareness Month because we got 4 episodes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I do want to. You'll hear me talk about breast cancer awareness each time that we have an episode. But I did not know about National Archives, and of course, you would bring me something new to teach me something new, and I love it. Uh, but because it's important, because that's like you said, that's documenting our history. Just like even if you are, someone that say, hey, a Southerner, because at one point, if I'm not mistaken, you worked, or you did some work for an organization that did something with archiving with research in the South. Am I right?
Mhm.
So from that standpoint, as in you look at it from different people's perspective, as in just as like if we were at the Holocaust
Yeah.
museum, like you want to preserve your history. We're not saying that it has to be nationalized. You understand what I'm saying? But what we are saying is it's our history. You
Yeah.
understand? So from that standpoint, so National Archives, just make sure if you don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna fall down this slippery slope. You know, I'll go on, and I was
Yeah, yeah.
almost got to pull
I was
myself
all
back.
like, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah,
All right.
I ain't got
All
nothing
right.
else.
You are ready for Foolishness Files? Okay.
Where the music?
That was the music. Foolishness Files.
Hey,
Foolishness
all
Files. Foolishness Files. Foolishness
right,
Files.
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
All right. So, I feel like I talked a little bit about this last time. Oh, no, I did. Fall festival gone wrong, trick or treat fail, or an awkward awareness event moment. Bonus points for poking fun at pumpkin spice overload or costume drama.
Um, I'm gonna go with the this be the one time and probably only time unless I get teased into it later. I'm gonna talk about the trick or treat story. Um, uh, I'm not a big trick or treat fan. You know, I grew up in the church. You know, you grow up in the Baptist church, they gonna give you a hallelujah time. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Or
They gonna say, "Oh no, we're not doing with those devils. We gonna give you a hallelujah time," and you're basically doing trick or treat. And then all of a sudden, now, they did trunk or treat.
Great.
And then all of a sudden now, people got their trunks up. And then you got treats up in there. And you can go walk up to the trunk of their car and get the treats. Well, I grew up in the era where Homie the Clown was around.
Homie the clown.
And if you know Homie the Clown, he didn't mess around. I grew up in a little era in the early 90s where they said that this guy in a white van was picking up kids. Now, it's documented. Look, you Google it, you YouTube it, you do your thing. Well, I knew in my community at that bus stop, I saw that white van go back and forth, back and forth. So from that standpoint, I ain't never really been a big trick or treat fan. Like, and you see, I didn't even say Halloween. Trick or treat fan, and yeah, never really big. It's crazy. I was always like, if once I have kids, they're gonna hate me because I'm never going to like really participate. But then I went to college, and then everybody wanted to dress certain ways and crazy
Yeah.
ways. And, you know, everything changes. You know, it become an adult thing, or an adult theme, I should say. My favorite costume of all time was Bert. Bert from Bert and Ernie. Yeah, I did that at the club. At the when I worked for a nonprofit in Michigan, I did. I dressed as Bert. Yeah, yeah.
Have I seen any pictures of that?
I don't think you did because I dressed as Bert 2 years in a row, and of course the second year they was like they were over it. If any of those, yo, well, they mid 20s, almost 30s now. But if they listen to us, they are gonna laugh at this because the first year they was like, who the hell is this Bert? And they like 14, 15. Who the hell? You know, and you gotta be like, you don't want to get them in
Yeah.
trouble like that. But yeah. Yeah, I love my little Burt costume. I think it's on my Instagram at Mr. Fantastic World. Yeah, if you scroll down, I think I'm in a Burt costume. Yeah, from Burt and Ernie.
You all, I just wanted to point out that I don't know why.
Oh my God, that's a great shirt.
Why? Why?
That's a nice shirt. How you get that shirt?
I don't know. It just appeared in my things. Thanks, Mom.
In living color. If you do it, you want
Wanna
it.
do in living color.
What? In living color. That was dope. That was dope. That was a nice little commercial.
So mine would be going to the haunted house in Niles. So many bloopers there. So many. Uh,
Explain
we,
first, before you go. Explain Now's haunted house.
Niles haunted house is literally in a cornfield in the middle of nowhere. Niles is about 20 minutes from Ben Harbor
It's right on the border of Michigan and
in
Indiana.
Indiana. Yes, that is a perfect way to describe it. So,
Right
yes,
on the border.
we're going from blue to red, blue to red, blue to red. I think we were first year, we were freshmen in college, and everyone was home visiting. We had that good old fall break, and we all decided to go to the haunted house. And one of our friends, who shall remain nameless, um, back then, so it's definitely not a front current, you know, homie, um, was running through the haunted house, the haunted because it was different attractions. So we were going through the main haunted house. We were running through there, and she got really scared and peed on herself.
Not at the haunted house. Not old piss pants. That's terrible. I mean, but that's what the haunted house is supposed to do. That's what the haunted house is supposed to do. Oh,
Oh my gosh. Our other friend that was driving was home and driving her mom's car. And the one that peed on herself did not tell the friend that was driving, like, I peed on myself. I like put a towel down or something because none of that happened. So I
because
don't
you're
even
16 and you don't know no better.
know.
You don't think that piss is gonna stink on this towel as we're in the car. Bless our heart. Think about it, y'all. We learn so much as we get older.
So yeah, I don't
We're
know
trying
if
to get
the driver ever knew. But the one that peed on herself told me after the fact. What like the hell? So
look,
yeah.
look. Don't ever share their name because they told you a locked secret. They ain't told nobody that one. So keep it. All right. I don't want nobody hit me up in the morning talking about so you done went out. Cause all of a sudden they standing in the back side of your kitchen talking about them. So you talking about that piss story? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. We please do tell, but that's one is I'm okay.
Oh man. That's when we used to do the true or false, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that was like our first segment was that story true or false. Oh man.
Shoot.
It was a good one though. It was a good one.
Mm-mm.
No?
No. That was a great story. When I said, mm-mm, I was over here like, don't share the name still.
Uh, no, it was it's not a true story. It's not a true story.
What's not a true story?
The one I just told. I said, remember when we used to go back to the true or false game? We no. All right, I'm gonna move right.
Yeah, we're moving along. Hey, I was on the edge of my seat. And then you just told
Right.
me a story? What is going on?
Rapid fire.
Man.
Okay. One thing you're
Hold on,
leaving.
hold on, hold on. Okay, I'm ready now. Just because I just want to make sure that you was ready to ask me a damn question.
I was, because it's rapid fire. All right. One thing you're leaving in Q3 of this year.
What do you mean by Q3? No, Q3. I don't think I want to leave like anything. Um, I can be a hoarder at times, so
Mm,
to tell me that I have to leave something is it makes me pause and not want to move, and I don't want nobody to. It's a church song actually that just came in my head. Look, step aside and don't block my way. Actually, that's the first thing I've always think about. Like it's like get out of my way. So I don't want to say I don't want to bring anything because I don't think that anything from Q3 is gonna stop or make me stumble in Q4 that I'm
mm,
aware. That
okay.
I'm aware because you already know that there's always pothole.
Okay.
I know that's crazy, and I just thought of that right there. But you struck a nerve there for me to like kind of dig because I've been thinking about it because I'm a quarter guy. Like I like that. I like hitting people up. Oh, we in the fourth quarter. What we about to do? So I have
Yeah.
to, when I walk my dog, I do a lot of thinking on like randomness. You know, um, just random questions. Just being prepared because I feel like we're at a point where you got to know like random answers at random times, and if you don't, then you're gonna you gonna straight drown.
Hmm.
Straight drown. So yeah,
Um,
knowledge is power.
what do I want to leave in Q3? Baggage. All the thoughts, all of the, yeah, I think really the self doubt had to, I feel like that was really holding me down. That was my baggage.
We gotta dip
So,
that off. You
yeah.
got yeah, you got this. Shit, I'll take your trash out.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, it's fun. Goddamn
Mm,
it. Shit, like, look, I've been a custodian before. I've done dirty jobs. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So anyway,
one thing you're claiming in Q4.
um, to see my family. Yeah, I want to see my family. I want to see every pupil that breeds my family. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see those pupils, and I'm gonna extend that where it gives me like a 3 month grace, like from January to March, because my birthday is coming up. So I think there should be some. There should be some. You know what they say? Remember when the I guess in the Gilded Age they would throw great gestures. You know what I'm saying? It's your birthday. You want to get something too, like like let's make this happen. I do a lot of traveling and things of that nature, but like just being more intentional of seeing like my people
Mm-hmm.
because they bring me joy. Um, like Anita Baker said, but they bring me joy. Like my I'll give two examples. My niece, who's in the Navy, she doesn't know this, and she doesn't even listen, but she brings me joy.
Mm-hmm.
I met her. Well, I had seen her as a kid, but we like connected years ago when I went for a Christmas. She brings me joy and doesn't even know it. You understand what I'm saying? Genesis, Alicia's daughter, brings me joy.
Mm-hmm.
To see that she used to watch me in my stupor, and she's grown up and grown into this. She brings me joy, you know. Um, and then one other, because of course I have to give a male representation. Um, my cousin Veranda, her son Jay, he brings me joy because that mug on them drums, and I mean grown and say, hey, I wanna create, I wanna take it to the next level. Like, what is the next level? And hoping that someone's there that's gonna create that next level for him. As in, hey, and then from my standpoint of pushing, like, hey, let's go. Like, so they bring me joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what does it for me.
Hmm. Let's see. I'm gonna say good health. Yeah, good health. Um, and I think it's really starting on the inside out. Even including my hair, like really looking in the mirror and be like, no, this is bold for you. This haircut is bold. So I am
You've been whipping,
really,
whopping, whopping. Come on now. Come on now. Get out of here. Like, come on now.
yeah. So
We just celebrated. No, it's a part of it. I mean, my bad. I'll over talk you. Your turn.
no, but that's yeah, I'm claiming better health overall, mentally, physically, emotionally. And that's what choosing what makes me happy.
It's tough. I mean, we got a
Mhm.
lot going on. But we millennials. Shit. There was no there was no internet, and now they talking about look, there was no internet, and now people, well, there was a transitional period where people say, just Google it. Now, the difference between Google and ChatGPT writes it out, and then you hit a button, and then it tells it to you. And the difference between that and Google is you got to read. You understand what I'm saying? So, from that standpoint, man, there's the opportunity out there, and protect your peace. Protect your peace.
Mhm.
Protect your peace, no matter what is going on. I try to walk every step that no one is going to hijack me for
Mhm.
no matter what's going on. And we all know, I want to, or I wish, or I'm cool, but somebody can bump into you and take you there. I want to go there. One of those type of moments. And
Yeah.
then it's like a me, myself, and Irene, where all of a sudden he just flips out. But no, you can't allow them to put their hand in your back and turn you into a puppet.
Mhm.
You control that. You
Yeah.
control it. Yeah.
Hmm. So, do you want to give a shout out?
All right, so it is October. We already gave Alicia, but no. Um, Shout out to everybody that's birthdays this month. Shout out to all the October birthdays. Shout out to us. Right now, us are having a tough time.
Mhm.
As in, no matter who you are, whether you're a farmer or you're a pharmacist, your jobs, your opportunities are being cut. So just stay steadfast, but believe in what you believe. But remember, if you see it, believe it. That's all I got.
Y'all, we gonna wrap this show up.
That's all I got. That's all I got. The Cubs won, and
Uh,
that was we going to NLDS. Let's go. It's the league, the series. Let's go.
We want to encourage you all to step into this new month and quarter with intention. We want to just shout out the campaigns as well. You know, we're pink, share your resources, and of course, visit the archives. Please visit the archives. Well, I mean, because we're currently in a government shutdown, so I was just like, ugh.
That's
Um,
next week. That's next week. I didn't want to dive into it, but this, we had so much. We had so much good.
yeah.
The 49 it was so much going on that I was like. But we'll tackle a little bit about that little government shutdown, and hopefully we'll be open next week.
Yeah. So, Jeffrey, where can they find you?
You can find me at Mr. Fantastic World, MrFantastic. It's crazy that I have to learn all of this. World on Instagram, or yeah, just hit me up on Instagram. It's easy as it hits your phone. Boom, let's do it. Yeah.
And I am Ronika, RONNIKA dot Williams on Instagram as well, and Ronika Williams on Facebook. But don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to become a homie and to subscribe to not only our YouTube, but also wherever you listen to the podcast. So until next time,
I'll holler as
signing
usual.
out.
Yeah.
Holla.
Look, I gotta get a little like theme at the end or something.